we see this Wigan side writing off the first half of the season and coming good right at the business end yet again.
Yeah, it's not intentional, but I think it was always going to be a difficult start for this year, considering the players that we lost in Tompkins, Bateman and Sutton, but also with Farrell losing, tearing his pec at the start of the year and missing out on 14 matches. It was always going to be difficult, but through that tough period, we've unearthed some young talent, and that's been the exciting part of this season so far. And with Morgan Smithies and Liam Byrne and Ollie Partington all playing that role through the middle there, it's been outstanding for us, and it's been part of the reason why we've been successful in this back half of the season. And at second spot now on the ladder, it's in our hands.
Exactly. No, it was a difficult time, but we talked about the strength of the academy throughout that difficult period. The players were learning your methods as well, which is obviously paying fruit now. But as you said about the young players, that benefit of this Wigan academy, the strength there is fabulous, isn't it?
It is, and I think we've picked 5 of them this year so far that have played first team, and potentially a 6th one over this week or next week in Harry Smith. So, it's been a great academy for a long time, and there's a reason for that. Our junior scouts and our junior coaches have done an amazing job here, and my job's pretty easy really. I just pick the ones that I feel that are good enough to come up. And when you think that Morgan Smithies was 18 when he made his debut, and the way that he's been playing at the moment has been outstanding. So credit there, to everyone involved there. And I think next year there'll be 12 or 13 of the academy side from this year in our squad. So we've stripped the back half of our squad there too, to make sure we get the young ones in with that enthusiasm.
Exactly. Now, how are you looking injury-wise?
Yeah, we've been okay the last couple of weeks. Still no Sean O'Loughlin, still no Ben Flower, still no Joe Bullock for another week or two at least for all of those guys. Bullock a bit longer. Liam Marshall looks like he's in doubt this week now, just limped off there with a hamstring. So we'll have to handle that as the week unfolds. But everyone else from last week are probably all good to go.
It's the Wigan way though, isn't it? You get them back just as you start to get into this new format. What are you making of the format, and how important is second instead of third place?
Yeah, look, at one stage there, I think we were 9th. So where we've climbed up on the ladder to be second at the moment, second was really probably out of our reach at that stage. But when we got closer to it, we thought, all we could do was win matches and make sure that we were in control of our own performances. And by doing that, we thought the table would take care of itself, which it has done. So in our favour, there's been a few upsets along the way, and we're now sitting in outright second spot. So when you look back, had we slipped up once or even twice over the last 14, 15 matches, we'd be outside of the 5. That's how close it's been. So we've been, walking the tightrope for a long time now, and the players are used to that pressure, and they've been playing well for each other, and our standards are lifted at training. Our preparation during the week's been outstanding, and that's credit to all the coaching staff and the players. So 2 games to go, that's in our hands now. So we're just going to make sure we play well and keep our performances positive and high.
Exactly. They talked about new beginnings at the start of this season, and you look at the battle for the playoff places, you look at the relegation battle. It's one hell of an exciting Betfred Super League, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Look, when you take a look at the relegation battle as well, there's 5 or 6 teams there that could potentially go down. And I was looking at that last week and noticed that if London had to beat Leeds, there would have been 5 teams on 20 points with 2 games to go. So that end of the table's looking quite exciting for supporters, but the end that we're up at, which is great, is also looking exciting. So, there's a couple of tough games for the top 5 sides in the next 2 weeks, and the team I think that finds its cohesion and confidence will certainly finish off really well.
Exactly, and it's Catalans this weekend. I mean, Catalans on the road are not Catalans at home, but where are the strengths in this side?
Look, they haven't been, at their own admitting, no doubt, they haven't been playing their best rugby, and teams that have been going there have been desperate. The Wakefields and the Londons and the Salfords, and they've been playing there desperate and winning. So the one thing that Catalans have always had and will have always got is individual brilliance right across their team. When you look at them, they've got Cassiano, Tompkins coming back, Kenny Edwards, Willie Army. There's Bird, the list just goes on. So their potential to aim up together as a team for one performance, I think it's an easy thing for them to do. So a few Wigan players in the team coming here on Friday night, they'll want no doubt come here and leave a good impression.
Exactly. Now Lockers is out, but Lockers has been called up for the Great Britain squad along with 2 others. I mean, what does it say, what can you say about the honour of playing for Great Britain? It's resurrection and the players who've been called up.
Yeah, Lockers has already played when he first started. It was Great Britain before they dropped it and went to England. So I think he's played about 8 games for GB. So it's an honour for those players. Him, Gildart, and the third one was, who was the third one? Oh, George Williams. So Gildart, Lachlan and Williams are 3 boys in the Great Britain squad. It's a great honour for them, and for this club as well. It's great that we've got some representation in there.